Hey guys, Forever 40 here. Today's video is all about my hair journey that I've been on this past year. So I want to share with you what I did and the results that I got, and especially the thing I did to transform the texture of my hair, because that was my big bugaboo. So my hair is very fine. Very fine. The individual hair shaft is, you can, if you feel an individual hair of mine between your fingers, you'll barely feel it if you have just one strand of hair. The thickness is medium, and that is not getting any thicker. It is getting thinner as we speak, me being 40 years old. So it's an uphill battle for me. My whole life, I just didn't know how to work with my hair. Any advice I got was from people that have different hair types than me and wasn't really applicable. A lot of products would just weigh it down, and I was getting major breakage. My hair would not grow past my collarbones. I mean, it was like this, and that's all I could get. And this past year, it has gone from here to here. So the main thing that I've been following is Abby Young. She is a content creator here on YouTube, and I have watched so much of her content. She has helped me tremendously. I really recommend you go and check out her products that she recommends, her methodologies, because that is the method that really helped me. And I'll let you know what I did personally with that. So before every wash, I oil my hair. I do the mids to ends. I use a middle weight oil from OGX. I'll list that down below. And as far as shampooing, I rotate between 4 shampoos. They're kind of run-of-the-mill, kind of a gentle shampoo, but I do rotate in a clarifying shampoo. I also rotate in Nizoral, which is 1% ketoconazole. That is shown to help prevent hair loss and try to help hair growth, having the medicated 1% ketoconazole. So I do have that in rotation. As for conditioner, I do not condition my hair. I use bond repair products, and so after I shampoo, I apply the bond repair and I clip my hair up into a clip and finish the rest of my shower. So those bond repair products get at least like 5 to 10 minutes sitting in my hair. Then I rinse them out. I also do K18 once every 2 weeks. So that is a patented peptide bond repair solution. It's a little pricey, but I invested in it because I was going all in, everything but the kitchen sink. So I do that once every 2 weeks. And on the days that I do the K18, I do not oil my hair. I wash it with a clarifying shampoo, and then I towel it off while I'm in the shower, and then I apply the K18. And I leave that in untouched for at least 4 minutes. Sometimes I'll just leave it in and call it good and just not even rinse it out. Sometimes I will rinse it out and apply like a leave-in conditioner spray, because by then I'm kind of done with my shower. So those are the products I have in rotation and the procedure that I have applied for my just regular hair care. I gotta say, the oil, I think, is what gave me my length back. It stopped breaking off over here, and I started to maintain my ends. So that's one thing I'm so excited about. Something is working because my hair is not breaking anymore. Now, with all of this procedure and such, I was still not happy with how frizzy my hair was. It just felt like cotton candy with how fine it is, and it was just kind of like I would run my fingers through my hair and it would just kind of like stay tangly and caught in itself, and it wouldn't have enough like integrity to the hair to like lay down like it's doing today. So I tried blow drying my hair. I would wait until it was like 80% dry, and then I would blow dry it to try to get a little more smoothness and more style in it, a little more volume, and try to extend the time between washes. That was a little too high maintenance for me. I'm just not a blow dry kind of girl. I did it for months and then just finally gave it up. But what I did that helped me with my texture is an at-home keratin treatment. So keratin is a product that works on the temporary bonds in your hair. So the temporary bonds in your hair are changed with heat, with moisture, and they also are manipulated with keratin. What you do for the application process is you clarify your hair and then you blow dry it. No conditioner. You want it bare. You want that cuticle just exposed. And then you apply the product, and you want it to be like very thin, like just enough product to coat the hair shaft. You let it dry and sit for about 30 minutes, and then you blow dry your hair with the product in it. After you have blow dried your hair with that product in it, it's a little tacky, you can kind of feel it, it's almost oily. You go in with a flat iron, and depending on what product you're using, you use whatever recommended heat setting, and you flat iron that product into your hair shaft. They, sometimes say like 6 to 17 passes. And then you want to let your hair rest. So you don't want to put it up or do anything that like kinks it or bends it very much. You just want to like let it sit nice and straight for at least like half a day to 3 days, depending on the product you use. So I will show you guys in the corner of the screen the product that I purchased and used for my at-home treatment. I got it on Amazon. I just went with the classic regular old treatment. And what I did, since my hair is so fine and I don't have much of it, I can't go without volume. So a normal keratin treatment, if you do the whole head of hair, it is flat, okay? It takes away the waves. So when you press this product into your hair, it straightens your hair. So that for me was no more frizz. It was straightening my frizz, and that's what I wanted. I only did from here down. I did the bottom half of my hair because my ends were actually starting to curl with how much damage they had. That was another problem. So, and they were tangling on each other, they were catching on each other. I was having to, manipulate my ends more than I should with how thin they are, and it was giving me more breakage than I could stand. So I did the keratin treatment on all of my hair from here down. And then I took the crown of my head and a little bit further back, the top part, and I did this hair as well, the entire shaft. And that's because I wanted, when it lays flat, that is the hair that's on the outside, and I wanted the hair that's on the outside to be smooth. I wanted it frizz free. I do have a little bit of a natural wave up here still on the under layers, and that gives me a little bit of volume. So the hair that I did not treat is still contributing to a little bit of volume because it is a little bit textured up here. It's got a little bit of a wave and it's a little bit frizzy, but it's underneath the treated hair, which keeps it smooth. And I cannot tell you how happy I am with these results. This right here, what you see here, this is air dried. I stepped out of the shower about an hour ago. My hair is just finished drying and it just lays flat. I mean, the ends, they look like usually they would fly away. I mean, I would do this and they would be kind of like stuck up here. They feel like they have more weight to them because they just lay down very obediently. I just don't know how else to describe it, but I will try to show you guys. I took a before video. It's a short video of me just demonstrating the frizziness and the texture and the breakage that I was dealing with. I'm still dealing with breakage, but the keratin treatment has seemed to fill in the pitted missing keratin that I have down my shaft, and it's kind of band-aiding my situation. And my hair dries faster, it's smoother, it's straighter, it looks longer because that wave is straightened, and it looks a little bit thicker too, just because, I mean, I really shouldn't say thicker, it just looks much more healthy than it did with that wiry texture that I was dealing with. Not to mention, I've got grays coming in. Right now, I'm really lucky that they kind of create a little transition from my highlights to my roots, but the texture of those grays are very unflattering. They do kind of stick up and they are kind of wiry. So the keratin treatment luckily has affected them in a positive way. And you guys, this has got to help more than someone. I'm so happy with these results. If you're a little scared or trepidatious about the at-home keratin treatment, usually people avoid it because it's very expensive if you get it professionally done. My sister, I think, she's got thick curly hair. She gets a keratin treatment like twice a year, and I think she spends like $400 on one treatment. I don't have that kind of money. I spent $35 on this, like I got the treatment bottle and it came with a clarifying shampoo. 35 bucks. I used maybe a quarter of the bottle, if that. This is going to last me years. The treatment lasts from 3 to 6 months. Now, after you do the treatment, you want to avoid shampoos with sulfates, and also I want to say sodium chloride is another ingredient, anything with salt, because that will wash the keratin out faster than otherwise. Now, it was such an easy treatment, and it's an at-home procedure for me, and it costs so little that I'm not too worried about washing my keratin out before the 3-month mark or 6-month mark. This is the second time that I did it. The first time it was kind of an experiment. If you're kind of trepidatious about it, just do your ends. Like it was either this or cutting them off for me. I was going to either like see an improvement, but if it wrecked my ends, hey, not too big of a deal because they were looking scraggly anyways, and I was at the point where something needed to change, and if the keratin didn't help, I was ready to cut them off anyways. So it was not too much of a gamble for me. I got brave and did the crown as well the first time, and I was just so happy. I did it the second time because I wanted to repeat the results before I came to you with this wonderful solution that I've got, and I just want to share it. And also I have a really curly piece that's kind of coming in front of my ears. I did that part too. I also did the part that falls down when I put my hair up. I've got a short piece over there that kind of curls too. So I spot treated those as well. It's such a great treatment. If you've got just like a piece of your hair that's just not behaving, you can isolate that piece and do a keratin treatment on just that piece. Check it out. I can't recommend it enough. It's really worth looking into if you are not happy with the level of frizz that you get. If you live in a humid climate, this is a huge thing. This really helps with like frizzy, unruly hair with high humidity areas. Another thing that it helped me with is I have a cowlick in the back of my head, and it seems to have made that cowlick less dramatic. I was looking at it with a mirror, and just the way my hair lays now, the cowlick is about 50% less noticeable, which is huge for me because that cowlick looked like a bald spot in the back of my head, and I was so embarrassed about it, and I didn't want to like tease my hair to get rid of it. So it was just, I used to hate my hair. I used to be so ashamed of it. But this past year, I have really worked hard at developing a relationship with my hair and figured out how to manipulate it and really spend some time with it. And it has really paid off. I'm so happy for regular people, you know, like regular thickness and density on hair. Like this doesn't look like much, but this is a lot for me, and I hope it helps one of you, just anybody. Look into it, see what it can do for you, and I will see you in the next video.